a.m. and 6 p.m. every weekday.
Salah scores, of course he does.
Rapid Sports.
Ferocity.
And it's D-Day. It's the day of keen battle right there in Kigali as Nigeria's Super Eagles will square up against the Movobi Stars of Rwanda. The time for that game is 2 p.m. Nigerian time. But the more things change, the more they stay the same. Arsenal, injury blowing international break 2 in the space of 5 days as Captain Martin Odegaard limped off of Norway's game last night ahead of the North London Derby. And not forgetting the very exciting Paralympic Games where the Sports Ministry pledges for equal treatment between the Olympians and the Paralympians. And so much to expect later in the day in the qualifiers in different continents as we look out for CAF AFCON 2025 qualifiers and also games in the UEFA Nations League to wrap the window off and prepare us for another weekend of engaging club football in the rest of Europe. A lovely morning to you and many thanks for joining us on yet another exciting edition of Morning Delight on Radio. This is Rush Hour Sports, right in your darling frequency, Rapid 96.5 FM Umahia, the sound of your city. My name is Eval Adrian, I'm the midfield maestro. Not alone, I've got in the studio the elder in the house, Samuel Chinagoram. We call him Incorruptible Sam, but on this frequency, you can hail him. Oh, Nyokomado.
Yeah, good morning to you, Eval Edu, the midfield maestro, for a reason actually. And at some point I was like, okay, until I see you play. I've seen you play more than twice. And you're a midfield maestro. And so unfortunately, we didn't play professionally.
No, we didn't play professionally.
Good morning to you if you're listening to us. And you have chosen us to be your dad this morning.
Yeah.
You made the right choice. We are here to make sure that some things will be clearer to you. That's what we do. Welcome.
All right, welcome to the show. And we wrapped off the first match day of the Nigerian Premier Football League, and it was an exciting one. Aqua United going all the way to Lafia to get a goalless draw against Lobi Stars. But where do we begin the show this morning? Let's start off. Yes, remember that we've entered the week of the National Youth Games. Yes, for under 15s. And yesterday, while we were analyzing on Champions Arena, we played the voice or the soundbite of the director of sports.
Yeah.
Abia State Sports Council, Comrade Obioma George, where he said this year they will be checking for age cheats. So in case you're not under 15, you'll be spotted out. And how would they do that? Your NIN certificate will be what will be used against you. But I also reiterated to the guys yesterday that while I asked that question, was because last year, while I was still in Port Harcourt, some of our coaches from River State were complaining that people were forging the NIN to come in and compete as under 15, which is defeating the aim of the sport. Hey, but Asaba is ready to host the rest of Nigeria once again, and they are so strong. They host the win. They go away to compete the win as well. Delta is so strong. Who can beat them or dislodge them this time around from that topmost part of the medal table?
Well, it's actually difficult to see the state that will take over or that will dislodge them, just as you have rightly said.
Yeah.
They make it their thing. I think that's just the secret. They make it their thing, knowing that okay, this is what it is. Can we be known as a group or the state that produces athletes? they take it very, very seriously when it comes to anything, youth game. And that, for me, I give them kudos. I really give them kudos. And you see the result. It's not a fluke. What they host, they try as much as possible to make it. They take it very seriously, and at the end, you see the results. Well, it's a good one that here in Abia State we have the preparation also going on. They are talking tough how they are ready to make sure that the competition held earlier this year will be used very, very well, and that's a big one. Actually, I want all the state to wake up to see that this is actually about helping us, helping our sports, helping our children also, because it seems going to school, coming out, I'm not saying that going to school trying to be a graduate is a bad thing, no, but if in school, if you can just know your talent, some of the footballers and big sportsmen and women we are praising today, you'll be surprised that they are graduates, but they also saw the talent in them, what they could also use in making more money and becoming even more famous, and that they are using that. So it's a beautiful one that we are really, really looking towards that way, because we have so many talented youths in our street now, because other states haven't taken it that seriously. Now that's why we think we don't have. You'll be surprised that the swimmers of this world, they are there waiting for who will even help them out. The cyclists of this world, the boxers of this world, the wonderful wrestlers of this world, they are in our street. But how do we locate them if you're focusing on other things and not looking for a way to harness these talents? Let's see what this one will give to us. I believe more stars will be made.
All right, more stars will be made in the National Youth Games, and that's the aim of the competition for under 15. The young stars to go out there and display. It's going to be 10 days of action from yesterday till the 19th day of September before the states will all depart. For Abia, we got just 5 medals last time out. We must do better this year, and trust us to bring you updates as we continue to rake in the medals from Asaba. But let's talk about the sport minister right now, John Onwaneno, who says the ministry is committed to giving the same treatment to para athletes who represented Nigeria at the just concluded Paralympic Games in Paris as their counterparts who competed at the Olympics. Well, the 2024 Paralympics were brought to a close on Sunday with a flamboyant closing ceremony, with Nigeria finishing 40th in the medal table with 7 medals, comprising 2 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. It was a decline compared to 10 medal haul at the Tokyo 2020 Games, but perhaps far from disappointing from Onwaneno, who had excused the failure of Nigeria's contingent to the Paris Olympics. He stated, as a ministry, that is what we are always doing. It's from the fact that they have always given us more medals. I think they are a group of people who should be supported and assisted more, which is why everything this ministry has done is to make sure they are equally treated with counterparts that were at the Olympic Games. As we close this chapter of the Paralympic Games, we are reminded of the importance of investing in our athletes. Their success motivates us to do more in providing the necessary resources and support for their continued growth and achievement. So, gold medalist Mark and Folashade Olufemi Ayo will pocket $15,000 each. Silver medalist Bosel Molayo, Flora Ogunwa and Esther Nwogo will get $10,000 each, while bronze medalists Isao Ogunkunle and Eniola Bolaji will pocket $5,000 each. So, equal treatment is what we want.
Definitely, that's what we want. If possible, even treat them more, because it seems like I keep saying it. Even before they went on this competition, I kept saying it that at this point it has gotten to the point where we need to be treating them very, very well. Let them know that they are actually valued. Let them know that they are valued. After all, we call them special athletes, so they should be treated, specially. And good statement from Onwaneno. He has actually touched the areas that maybe some of us would have asked some questions of going forward. How do you motivate them when they come back? You don't just shake them and give them the money they won, winning the medals. What other things do you have in mind? How do we, aside this, going to the Olympics representing us, do we even monitor? Do we even follow them, how they live? without the competition. Some of them they just after this competition they go back to their houses, start struggling, maybe one way or the other finish spending the money. Yeah, $15,000 might be so big right now for the gold medal, those that want gold. How many months, how many years are they going to spend this money? Now, do we even try as much as possible to help them, knowing the type of families they are from? Because the bitter truth is this: some of them are not treated well. You'll be surprised that when they get home, their families, one way or the other, will take this money away from them, knowing that yes, they are somehow incapacitated. You take this money, you spend the money, and sometimes they can't even speak up. After all, it's coming from their closest, family members and all the rest. We should monitor them. We should monitor how they are, how they are, moving, how they are doing, how they're faring. It's important to do that, and they will also know that these guys, aside paying us this money, aside seeing us as athletes, they also take us as family members. That's one thing I want from the sports ministry, because I know we must tell ourselves the truth. The way we treat this type
Special
of people
athletes
in Nigeria is not the way they should be treated going forward. Let's help them. Some of them, if they want to open businesses, can we go as far as making sure that the businesses are moving? I don't think they will forget this in life. But giving them the $15,000, giving them a handshake, and next Olympics we start
scrambling again for athletes,
looking for them. I think it will not be good.
All right, never good, never better as well. Hey, but let's turn our attention now and head straight to the Nigerian Premier Football League. An exciting match weekend came to a closure, and we had the final game of match week 1 played yesterday at the Lafayette Township Stadium in Nasarawa. It ended Lobby Stars of Makurdi 1-0, Aqua United 0 to wrap things up. Recall, we had so many 3 away wins, about 4 draws, and only 3 home wins in the first match weekend of the MPFL. So it remains that in 2 match days played at the Lafayette Township Stadium, both Nasarawa and Lobby Stars, who were the home team, failed to get a result. But Aqua United haven't lost some of their big stars, because I saw Bong Friday playing for Rivers United against Bendel Insurance, and I was surprised. Fernando has also left. So many big stars have left the club, but I saw Ruben Bala, a former Yimba warlord, return to the Aqua United squad, and they've also gotten some exciting players as well in their own ranks. But hey, this is what we want to see in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Let it be unpredictable. Let teams play to their strength. Let teams try to play to the best of their abilities.
Definitely, that's what we want. I'm a big fan of away wins, not only here in Nigeria. I love it for teams to go away just because they play very well, win their home, their game, and go home. And it is something I've always wanted. Yes, just like the one we saw here in Omoahia, Abia Warriors, Remo Stars. I doubt if any Abia Warriors fan will come complaining. There's nothing to complain about. Game. You understand? And the referee, very, very professional guy there. One of the assistant referees happened to be a lady, and also she didn't make mistakes. She held her own there. A very, very slim, beautiful lady that I must say. I don't know her name. I would have given her a shout out here. They made sure that the game was that professional, and also the way Abia Warriors fans handled it, they were very, very if their team plays very badly, they react to that. If their team plays very well, they also applaud them. Remo Stars fans also, in as much as well, they were not that many, but they made sure that they were behind their team. Beautiful one. That's what we want to see. Come play your game, and when you're leaving, we cheer you. That's what it should be. The only issue we keep having here in MPFL is just canopy pillars, but I want to believe that this season, they will not give us that issues. Last season they tried as much as possible to respect themselves. Now for Aqua United, they better start on time. They were another team that struggled last season as much as they survived relegation, but what I saw from them, I wasn't happy at all. That made the former Enyimba coach Fatayo Osho, if I can, that's him, to resign earlier this season. I mean, middle of the season. Then another coach came in there. It was not the Aqua United I have seen. It was not the Aqua United that won the league not long ago. So this season they better start on time. Make sure that we will see the Aqua United that played under Kennedy Boboye, that won the league with many goals and conceded less.
All right, so we want to see that Aqua United. But again, don't forget, a fantastic weekend of football. First match week, first goal of the season right there was looking like a contender for the goal of the season. We had a player from Enugu Rangers, from what's his name again? Niger Tornadoes, hitting a lovely goal. Sabiu Ibrahim scoring a lovely strike against Aqua United goalkeeper Soracha Yeloso, one of the best in the league as well. Well, new season, same old man there, Rabiu Ali, doing it for Kano Pillars. So it's going to be a very exciting season this time around. But let's move fast on the show this morning and let's head to the camp of the under-20 women's national side, the Falconets, as we can confirm for you that in the ongoing FIFA under-20 women's World Cup in Bogota, Colombia, Nigeria's next opponent will be Japan in the round of 16. Well, to reach this stage, Nigeria's girls did beat Venezuela 4-0 in their third and final group game, having won 1-0 against South Korea and being beaten 3-1 by the Germans. So they have their work cut out against Japan, one of the best teams with 100% record at the group stage. The Asian Giants have also been rampant in front of goal and rock solid at the back, scoring 13 goals and conceding just once in 3 matches to finish top of Group E with 9 points with a whopping plus 12 goal difference. They did beat New Zealand by 7 goals to nothing. They defeated Ghana 4-1. And they rounded off their preliminary rounds assignment with a 2-0 victory against Austria. So Japan is deadly. We know Japan to be so good when it comes to women football. And Nigeria will be her next opponent. On the balance of what we saw against Germany, they missed lots of chances, right? You don't do that in the knockout stages. The girls must come with their scoring boots. If not, this might just be the end of the road.
Definitely, and it will be a very, very sad one that the ladies we trust so much when it comes to pushing harder will be exiting. Yeah, well, we are just saying that, but it is what it is. I hope their coach actually is sitting down right now to also do the same analysis we are doing here, because just imagine scoring 13 goals and conceding 1.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that means you're going to face a very, very difficult opponent. The mistake they made against Germany, I believe they want to correct that. Yes, conceding 3 because you missed your own chances will not be acceptable. But against Venezuela, like I also said here in the studio, because they needed that win to scale through, which they did. I love the way they won that game, scoring 4 goals, conceding none. That's a beautiful one. But against Japan, so you might for those that don't know the pattern of football they play, I always know them to be a side that will take the ball to you. They are very pacey. They will always come for you. That's why they have scored. That's why they scored 13 goals in 3 matches. They will come for you. They pick the ball. They don't get tired. That's one thing about them. It's difficult for them to get tired. So we have something to actually handle. I don't know, but this is knockout. It's just like what you said. You don't miss your chances. Or don't also have that mentality of let's hold them. Maybe the extra time and the penalty stuff. No, we don't want that to happen. As the referee blows the whistle, let's give it to them hot, because they are also going to face us squarely. It's going to be a beautiful one. Japan, Nigeria. Let's see who goes to the next round.
All right, and that game we played on the 13th day of September. Japan up against the Falconets of Nigeria in the round of 16 of the ongoing FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. And just before we wrap things up, let's look at the Super Eagles of Nigeria. It's D-Day, it's match day, so bring it on.
Yeah.
It's the Super Eagles of Nigeria up against the Mavobi Stars of Rwanda. And defender William Trust Ekong has stated that the boys are in high spirit to get a good result in a game where he believes will be competitive and won't be easy. Speaking to the media, he says there's nothing much to say other than we are here for a purpose. Our target is the 3 points, and we have spoken among ourselves on the imperative of going hard for it from the first blast of the referee's whistle. It's going to be a tough game because Rwanda have a good team and got a point from their first match. We must not relent throughout the 90 minutes. Well, for Rwanda, while Nigeria defeated Benin Republic by 3 goals to nothing, they played at a 1-0 draw against the Mediterranean Knights of Libya in Tripoli in their first game. So today is going to be a game where the Super Eagles will be tested. Guavon and assistant coaches will be tested, and the players will have to show their mentality at 2 p.m. Nigerian time.
Definitely, it's going to be a very big game. Like I said yesterday evening, we have not played them in a long while. I don't know if I played them before, but come on. I wish we played this side and the World Cup qualifier, but we didn't. We are yet to play them. And I will be playing them first here in these, AFCON qualifiers before the World Cup qualifiers. They're a very good side. Like I said, at some point they were topping that World Cup qualifiers group. And we know what happened. Benin Republic, yes, talking about momentum from what Truce Tekong said. I want to believe that, the high spirit is actually there in the camp. And I saw a clip this morning when Victor Osimhen was actually analyzing the goal, how the pass came, how he scored it. That was what they were actually, that they have practiced that, or they used to practice it in the training. So at this point right now, I want whatever that has actually been clicking to work out. Okay, kudos to the man, the coach. If Austin Iguavon, if he talks to them the way he understands, if he makes them happy, let them take that happiness there. Ademola Lookman, Awoniyi, Victor Boniface, Victor Osimhen, they must make sure that, the primary thing we need here is good. Defense line, we want to believe that they are good. Our midfielders, they are also good. Onyeka, Wilfred Ndidi, they are doing wonderfully well. And also from the thing we saw, it seems Alex Iwobi felt also very, very good in that game against Benin Republic. Let us see how they are going to handle this one. But Rwanda, they are a very hard nut to crack. I hope we have the arsenals to break them down.
All right. Do we have the Arsenals to break them down? Many will say yes. It's going to be a tough game, 2 p.m. Nigerian time. And hey, just to remind you that by 10 a.m., a post will come up on Facebook on Official Rapid TV Facebook page. Official Rapid TV, all words joined together. Official Rapid TV. Go there. Drop your prediction. I could just be winning 5,000 naira on Facebook. Official Rapid TV. Search for the page Official Rapid TV. Drop your prediction, and you could just go home with 5,000 naira in case your prediction is correct. Last time out, we had a winner. 5,000 naira was sent to him, so you can as well take that opportunity and do that. 10 a.m. the post will come up on the Official Rapid TV Facebook page. Go there and predict, share, like, and follow the page as well. And before we wrap things up this morning, let's head straight to the games we saw yesterday in the qualifiers or the UEFA Nations League games. France dispatched Belgium by 2-0. It ended Israel 1, Italy 2 in that game, as Ousmane Dembele and Kolo Muani got the goals for France against Belgium. Israel 1, Italy 2. Hey, Arsenal fans, look away. Norway 2, Austria 1. Martin Odegaard limped off of that game in the 67th minute of play. Add that to what they had against with Calafiori limping off in Italy's last game against France. 2 players out ahead of the North London derby. Not a good one. Slovenia 3, Kazakhstan 0, Montenegro 1, Wales 2, Turkey 3, Iceland 1. Those were some of the biggest results coming in. Cyprus 0, Kosovo 4, Romania 3, Lithuania 1. In Africa, Madagascar 1-0 draw against Comoros Island, Lesotho 0, Morocco 1, Equatorial Guinea 2, Togo 2, Niger Republic 1, Ghana 1, Angola 2, Sudan 1, Ethiopia 0, DR Congo 2, Uganda 2, Congo 0, Burundi 0, Senegal 1. Those are the results of matches coming. But let's talk about the injury worry in the Arsenal camp now. This weekend is the North London derby. Ricardo Calafiori injured, Martin Odegaard injured, Declan Rice suspended with the red card in their last game. The international break. Arteta must be very angry.
Definitely. International break sometimes, makes these big teams, big managers, feel very sad. But that's what it is. You can't stop them from representing their countries. It's difficult to do that. Martin Odegaard, you can't talk about Norway right now without mentioning him. I think he's even more, influential or instrumental compared to Haaland. That will just be there 90 minutes, not even a goal.
But he got a goal yesterday.
Okay. He got a goal yesterday. The guy is not actually impressing me with that Norway side. Coming back to Man City, you see him scoring hat-tricks and making it look as if defenders are not doing their job. It's a sad one for Martin Odegaard. Remember, he got a knock He got a knock in Arsenal's last game also.
Yeah.
So going to play with Norway, I was also not very comfortable, and it has happened. And I heard that it's an ankle injury. You know what ankle injury is?
Could be swollen.
You think maybe your feet, and you get in there, 10 minutes you're down, and you'll be substituted. Calafiori used his energy against France. That guy was one of the best players in that match that day. Maybe he used his energy more. Also, the guy that we walked the Timber, remember he also got a knock.
Yeah, but he played for Netherlands.
He played for Netherlands. I hope he's fit enough because he needs to be very, very ready alongside Zinchenko because Tottenham Hotspur, even if they are dying, once they see Arsenal, they wake up.
It's a North London derby. That's why we love it. And they'll bring on the best they can on the day. Well, let's look at the games we expect today. Colombia will take on Argentina. Chile will take on Bolivia. Ecuador versus Peru. Venezuela up against Uruguay. All in the CONMEBOL region of Southern America. Then we have in Group A, League A, Group 3, Hungary up against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Netherlands versus Germany. Albania, Georgia. Czech Republic versus Ukraine. England takes on Finland. Ireland up against Greece. Latvia take on Faroe Islands. North Macedonia up against Armenia. Andorra versus Malta. In Africa, Gabon will take on Central African Republic. Botswana up against Egypt. Cape Verde up against Mauritania. Rwanda takes on Nigeria. 2 p.m. is the time for that game. Benin Republic up against Libya. And we'll have Algeria up against Liberia. Chad up against Ivory Coast. Zambia takes on Sierra Leone. Guinea up against Tanzania. Eswatini up against Mali. Mozambique takes on Guinea-Bissau. Namibia will be up against Kenya. Zimbabwe up against Cameroon. South Sudan up against South Africa. And we'll have Burkina Faso taking on Malawi to wrap things up in the African continent. And this is where we draw the curtain on yet another interesting edition of Rush Hour Sports. Many thanks to Incorruptible Samuel Chiagoron for his time on the show this morning. And many thanks to you as well for joining us live on Facebook and live on your radio feed. Until we come your way again later in the day, keep it locked on this darling dial, Rapid 96.5 FM. Right about now, we'll be having very shortly Aigo Yambaba with Night and I Want Entertainment. Don't go away. Stay.